Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the DAX today? So I think starting off on the weekly, there's nothing here that's indicating a double bottom or a turn or anything like that. What I do see is a pretty solid close below the 200 moving average. So a level has been broken and closed below. Normally what I would expect is a pullback to come and test this break and then a continuation to the downside. Okay, so that's kind of what I can see on the weekly. The daily is a different story. So we have a inside bar. So we've got this big red bar, green inside, and another green inside. So that's a double inside bar, which is a fairly bullish signal. Okay, we've got Bollinger diversions here on the oscillator. We also have a second grouping of the stochastics. So that is a pattern that's bullish. There's a bullish signal here and another potential bullish signal brewing here. And that's on the daily. Okay, so if we just drill down to the 4 hour, you'll see double bottom on price, oscillator not creating a double bottom. So we have diversions here. Okay, so the only thing that's concerning me is these tails, but bearing in mind that this tail would have been people that would have just got out their positions, not wanting to hold it over the weekend. You know, a lot of geopolitical noise. So that's the one scenario here. Okay, and that fractional level there is the key one to watch. So that's 11,368 or 11,370. And the second fractional level to watch is this one to the downside, which is this double bottom. And that is 11,040. Okay, so let's just get to the hour. And now it starts becoming a little bit clearer. You can see we have this potential channel. So any longs that you have, if you do into any longs today, you're going to be looking to take profits at this level here. Because I strongly suspect it'll get to this level and then it'll pull back. And the big question is whether it pulls back and creates a higher low. Then there's another opportunity to get long with a view of breaking through this trend line. Okay, for now, everything's pretty much ranging. There's nothing really indicating that that's going to be any different today. So yeah, so I think for the DAX you're probably going to find a bit of a range, and I think the one thing I have noticed is if we just look at investing.com futures on the DAX, if I can find it, it is. So we're pretty slightly down, pretty flat, 11,231. So a little bit up from where we closed. Okay, so bear in mind we do have a daily gap here as well. We've got quite a few daily gaps. So we've got one here, and then we have this one right up at the top here as well, which also coincides with the 200 moving average on the hour. So yeah, so I think what I'm looking at today is pretty much, I'll be looking at this 1 hour fractional, which is 11,290, and this bottom fractional here, which is 11,050. Okay, so those are the two areas I'm going to be watching. We are slap bang in the middle of it, so what you may find is you'll have to be watching a 12-minute or something at the open. But I don't have time for that today, so I think I'll just stick to the 1 hour and just watch what's happening here. There could very well be more consolidation, and I think that's more than likely going to happen up until the US Open, and then we'll take direction from the US Open. Okay, so last thing, let's just have a look at the ichimoku. And the reason why I want to do this is because this is always a pretty good indicator of when you have a trend change. Okay, so if you start at the weekly, you can see Kijisen pointing down, Chico span through the cloud pointing down. This is a pretty solid downward trend on the weekly. If we look at it on the daily, we have a flattened Kijisen, which is not a good signal for continuation. It is a signal that's brewing to say consolidation before another move down or consolidation for a move to the upside. And that pattern there coincides with this consolidation. So that is a bearish pattern, and we have flat Kijinsen and Tekinson. So there's a warning bell there. The 4-hour is exactly the same. Flat Kijinsen, flat Tekinson, flat cloud. Not something that you really want to trade short or long. Okay, and then if I look at the 1 hour, you'll see flat Tekinson and Kijinsen bouncing off the underside of the cloud inside, and Chico span inside price. So all those signals and a flat cloud says range, and that's very much what I see happening today, is a range. And then maybe later this afternoon we pick a direction either up or down. But for most of the morning, I think it'll be flat, and then later this afternoon we'll pick up a direction. So for me, what does that mean? Just head back to this one here. I am even go down to the half hour here and basically watch those two fractional levels. So watch 11,140 for a breakdown, or alternatively watch 11,286 for a break up. And that's going to give you the indication of what's actually going to be going on. But yeah, I think it's going to be a typical Monday, so I'll probably stay out of this in the morning session and have a look again this afternoon and see what's going on. But for now, no clear signals, long or short. We are in a very strong downtrend, so it's going to take a lot of effort to break. So, I do expect if we are going to do a turn to the upside, I would expect us to consolidate a bit more, not have these big tails on the 4 hour. So I'd want to see us some decent consolidation and then a move to the upside. Okay, and then lastly, just be aware of this area here, 11,387, because that would validate a double bottom and a move to the upside. Okay, and then I think lastly, just before we close off, you can see we do have a double bottom, diversions, Bollinger diversions here on price. So there's a lot of signals on the 4 hour that are indicating a potential bottom. Okay, not so much on the 1 hour, but very much on the daily and very much on the 4 hour. Okay, anyway guys, that's me for now. A slight bias to the upside, but again, patience is key. I'll wait for the signal to play out. And the other thing that you see on the 4 hour here is a Bollinger squeeze starting to build. So in other words, these outside bands of the Bollinger coming together, which narrows. So when it does that, you see like this, there's normally an explosive move in some direction. See how they come close together here, and then the move was to the downside. So yeah, so there's lots of signals just coming to say that this is going to start ranging or consolidating or forming a base of some sort. So you just need to watch out for this and see what happens. Anyway guys, yeah, that's it for me, and hope it helps. Enjoy your day. I will catch up with you later. Cheers for now.